Welcome back, family. Today we're going to dive into one of the bigger debates, Charlotte or Houston in 2025. Two fast-growing cities, both packed with economic opportunities, culture, and quality of life perks. But which city truly stands out as the best place to live? We're breaking it all down. Housing, jobs, traffic, because let's be serious, traffic can be a deal breaker. And by the end of this video, you will have a clear winner. But first, drop a comment. Are you Team Charlotte or are you Team Houston? Let's see if your pick comes out on top. All right, let's get into it. Economic showdown. Who's winning the money game? You can't talk about moving somewhere without talking about money and job opportunities. So let's break down the economic engines of two powerhouse cities. Charlotte's economy in 2025. Charlotte is the financial capital of the South, and we're talking about big banking, fintech, healthcare, and tech startups. Bank of America, Truist, Wells Fargo keep Charlotte's job market stable and growing. But what's really interesting is the city of Charlotte is becoming a tech hub. More startups, Amazon, more remote workers moving in, and major employers expanding within the greater Charlotte region. That means not only great jobs, but job security. Now let's take a look at Houston's economy in 2025. Houston is a beast when it comes to economic diversity. While the energy sector, oil and gas, still dominates, Houston is also a leader in healthcare, aerospace, and manufacturing. Fun fact about Houston: the Texas Medical Center is the largest medical complex in the entire world. I didn't know this before doing research on this. That means healthcare professionals have endless opportunities. And with the growth of NASA and SpaceX collaborations, Houston's space industry is taking off quite literally. So the winner regarding jobs. This one is a close one. If you want stability and job security, Charlotte's financial and tech scene makes it a solid choice. But if you're in energy, healthcare, or space tech, Houston has huge opportunities. Now let's talk about housing. Where can you actually afford to live? Because let's be real, if you can't afford a house, what's the point of moving to the city? Let's first touch on Charlotte's housing market. Charlotte housing has been booming, but there's good news. You can still find affordable homes. Whether you want a city loft or a suburban dream home, Charlotte has you covered. There's tons of new construction, and then there's communities and areas that have a nostalgic feel. And here's the kicker: home values are appreciating fast, and if you buy in Charlotte or the greater Charlotte area now, you're building wealth over time. Now let's look at Houston's housing market. Houston is known for affordable real estate. With no zoning laws, developers can keep building, meaning home prices stay lower than the national average. But there is a catch. Property taxes in Texas are high and a little bit all over the place. While home prices may seem cheaper up front, you'll be paying more in taxes over time. So the winner, if you're looking for affordability and options, Houston wins. But if you're thinking long-term investment value, Charlotte is where it's at. Moving on to traffic and transportation. Which city will drive you crazy? Literally drive you crazy. We all want a short commute, right? Well, let's talk about Charlotte's traffic situation. Charlotte has grown fast, which means traffic has gotten incrementally worse. But the city is actually doing something about it. You see, it's expanding the light rail, improving bus routes, and there's a future high-speed rail plans. It's not perfect, but at least the city and the area is trying to fix the problem. Houston's traffic, which is atrocious because the city is sprawling, and no zoning laws mean developers are spread out, which means long commutes. Public transportation is almost non-existent. So unless you love sitting in traffic, you're driving everywhere. So the winner when it comes to traffic and transportation is Charlotte. There's less sprawl and better transit options and a far more manageable commute. After law school, I was thinking about where I was gonna move. And Spring, Texas, which is a suburb of Houston, was on the list. But once I went and saw the traffic, Houston and Spring, Texas quickly became off my list. Now let's talk about lifestyle and quality of life. where do you actually want to live? Charlotte or Houston? Beyond the jobs, beyond the housing, beyond the traffic, what is life really like in both cities? Let's touch on Charlotte first. Charlotte offers a good balanced lifestyle. Urban amenities with a strong sense of community. In Charlotte, you get a thriving food and brewery scene, tons of parks and outdoor activities, and family-friendly neighborhoods. And let's not forget, lower crimes compared to Houston. Now let's look at Houston's lifestyle. Houston is big, bold, and diverse. If you want world-class museums and theaters, Houston has that. And it has some of the best food in the country and a vibrant nightlife scene. Houston delivers on all of those fronts, but here's the flip side. It is massive. It is huge. You're spending a lot of your time just driving to experience all that it has to offer. So the winner, that truly depends on you. If you want culture, nightlife, and food diversity, Houston easily wins. If you want a strong sense of community, outdoor activities, and a more relaxed lifestyle, Houston takes the cake for you. Now let's talk about money. Where does your money go further? Because both Charlotte and Houston are more affordable than cities like New York and LA. But let's compare Charlotte and Houston directly. Housing, Houston is cheaper, but Charlotte's home values appreciate faster. Now let's look at everyday expenses. Charlotte wins here. Groceries, gas, and dining out is just cheaper in Houston. But we have to look at property taxes. Texas has higher property taxes, while North Carolina keeps them low. Now let's look at transportation costs. Charlotte has better public transit options, meaning you can live without a car. In Houston, a car is a must. I know the people in Charlotte are thinking, what are you talking about? You can live without a car? Because it is a little bit more difficult to commute the city and the surrounding areas without a car. In Houston, don't even think about it. It is not doable. So when we talk about money overall, the winner between Houston and Charlotte. If you want the cheapest cost of living, Houston wins. But if you're thinking about a long-term wealth building strategy, Charlotte is the better play. So the final verdict, which city wins? All right, let's sum it up right here. Jobs and economy, Charlotte for finance and tech. Houston for energy and healthcare. Housing, Houston is cheaper, but Charlotte is a better investment. When you talk about traffic, Charlotte wins hands down. Houston traffic is just brutal. All of those 4-lane highways are really just huge parking lots. Now, quality of life. Go Charlotte for community and outdoor life. Houston for food and culture. The cost of living, Houston is cheaper, but Charlotte builds wealth. So what's the move? If you want a strong job market, home value appreciation, and solid community, Charlotte wins. But if you're all about affordability, culture, and don't mind the long commute, Houston is your city. Now, I want to hear from you. Drop a comment. Which city would you rather live in, Charlotte or Houston? And tell me why. And if you're thinking about making a move to the greater Charlotte area, go ahead and reach out to me. I have helped over 1,000 people move to or within the greater Charlotte area, and I have you covered. Because I've been in real estate for over a decade as a real estate attorney, as an investor, and a licensed real estate agent in both North and South Carolina. Go ahead, give me a call, shoot me a text, or send an email, whichever one works for you, and let's set up a Zoom call so we can talk about you moving to or within the greater Charlotte region. But also, before you go, hit that like button and subscribe so you don't miss out on future real estate and lifestyle updates. I'm Sir Ashley, your real estate advisor. I will see you on the next one. Talk soon.